Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Evoland 2. In the previous episode, we took part in the Colosseum, wherein we made a new friend in the form of Menos, who helped us escape from the Colosseum via the sewers. Unfortunately, we're still trapped in the city of Genova and must find a way to escape. But so be it. Every night I have the same dream, a young woman dressed in black and white. A Gothic-style maid outfit comes to speak to me. And then I wake up. I would give my most treasured possession for a moment with her in real life. Oh well, another drink, innkeeper. That guy's gonna be important. What's this? Hee. You wish to bring something in or out of the city? Hee. With reduced transit charges, of course. Hee. Ask Mr. Mudwell, he's in the inner courtyard. Hee. Okay. Are you looking to leave the city? I should be able to arrange that for you. Got some chicken feed for me? You know, clams, moolah, something to smoothen our relations. Not that I don't trust you, but a little collateral never hurts. Kuro, I don't like the look of this guy. I don't think he's such a great idea to deal with him. The young lady is correct, at least in theory. However, I fear we have no other choice. In the army, we often say that the ends justify the means. The ends never justify the means, Menos. I think the adage applies in the present circumstances, but I shall leave the strategizing to you, Solid Snail. So, you interested? No, don't have much of a choice. Like, seriously, we don't. I think you and me are gonna get along just fine. How about a small deposit to facilitate our relations? Let's say around 360 G to start off? Don't have much of a choice. Don't get your panties in a bunch. You've earned my trust now. Keep in mind, the price is always going to be the first two digits of your, of however much gold you have. So if you have, I don't know, 450 or 455, he's going to charge 450. It's just to ensure that you have to play one of these mini games coming up. So, here's the deal. Bring me 150 more G, and I'll get you out of here. Oh, you can always refuse, of course. But in that case, I'll keep your deposit. It's only natural. I'm guessing you'll accept. Yeah, don't have a choice. That seems to be the catchphrase of this episode. I suppose you don't have, or no longer have, the money on you. Am I mistaken? If you want to leave, it looks like you'll have to work for it. I know that ugly word. Personally, I try as often as possible to refrain from it. But at times, the ends justify the means. My assistant at the inn should be able to help you find a few odd jobs. In return, you'll have to sleep there. I know, it's no five-star accommodation, but just think of tomorrow when you'll be free and far from the Empire. Good luck. Kuro, are you sure that was a good idea? Solid Snail, I shall never let you negotiate again. That's a bit harsh, Menos. Although, Kuro did fall for it hook, line, and sinker. But he's trying his best, and that's what really matters. We have lost all our money. Not all of it! And what's more, we shall have to pay our way out of the city. First of all, that was our money, not yours. And secondly, you don't have to worry because I'll see to it that we get out of this horrible place. Is that okay with you, Kuro? After all, Menos and you are on the lam. Let me make myself useful and earn the money we need. I mean, you're on the lam too, you know. But fine. Thanks for trusting me. Okay, let's get to work. I think this is actually one of the only times when you control a character that isn't Kuro. Okay, let's talk to Miss He again. He. You're here on behalf of Mr. Mudwell? What can I do for you, miss? I'm looking to do some work in order to pay Mr. Mudwell. Some work? Let's see. Here's the list of available positions. Let me know what jumps out at you. Now, I'm not going to be doing all of these. I'm just going to be doing one of them. Why? Because, well, only one of them is really worth doing. Matrix at Walk Donald's pays very little for the amount of work that you have to put in. It's basically you have to take orders, memorize them, get them right, get them to the people. It's kind of like one of those old restaurant games. Childcare is essentially you have to play hide and seek with a bunch of children whose positions are completely randomized throughout the city. And you only get about 80 gold for it. But it's a flat 80 gold, you're guaranteed it. But the maid at Delamere residence, that'll get us more than enough money to pay our way out of the city. Are you sure you want to accept maid at the Delamere residence? Yes. Mrs. Delamere awaits you in her mansion. Just remember, keep your cool. I'm not sure I'm going to like this, but we don't have much of a choice. Now let's see. Yep, it's right down here. Alright, now we talk to her. Ah, there you are. Finally. You've barely begun and already you're behind on your work. And what in heaven's name is that you're wearing? A flagrant abuse of aesthetic sense. Start by putting this on. Okay. What? What the heck is this getup? Don't you dare speak to me with that tone. You accepted the position, didn't you? Then do as you're told. It's your uniform. If it's not to your liking, you know where the door is. I see that you've come to your senses. Now go serve my dear husband his tea. Oh, I'll serve him his tea, all right. Oh, I would have loved a cup of tea, but there's none left. Be a dear and go fetch some at Miss Roz's shop, would you? Here, you can keep the change. You're the new maid, right? My dad hides his treasure in a safe in the house, but I won't ever let you find it. Hee hee hee. Not even if you bring me my favorite candy. So, first things first before we go buying. Remember that guy at the inn who said something about a maid outfit? Yeah, let's go talk to him. But that outfit! The sumptuous embroidery on black velvet! It's you, my angel! Oh, how I've longed to see you! In vain I searched for you at the bottom of every bottle in every tavern around. And now my efforts have finally paid off. Here, a gift. I've held on to it for a long time. For you! You got candy that's been licked. Ew. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming to see me. Miracles do happen. Oh well, another drink keeper. That job. Okay, now let's hit up the shop. Welcome to Roz's. What would you like to buy? Let's see. We need tea. Tea, that'll be 25 gold. And whiskey. Trust me, we need the whiskey. It'll be very handy. Ah, thank you for the tea. Huh? You have some whiskey too? Not a bad idea. Just don't say a word to my wife. Glug, glug, glug. And he's out. Lucky charm in my safe. You're the new maid, right? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, my favorite candy. Give me it, okay? Come on, gimme. cool. Hee hee hee. I'm sure this will bring me luck in the game. Yeah, a very specific game. Ah, my husband has fallen asleep. Very good, my dear. You have done well. Now, on to more serious matters. Why do you think I need you? Clean up the house? Of course not. I have Maria for that. Look after the children? Of course not. I have Maria for that. Serve an aperitif? Of course not. I have Maria for that. Why do you think I need you? What are you on about? Ah, I shouldn't be surprised. You do seem to be quite simple-minded. Ooh. Now you're about to be dead-minded if you keep this up. You don't even know that the primary task of a maid is to spread gossip. It should be obvious. But let's move on to the task at hand. Rumor mongers are claiming that the game Be a Millionaire, which my husband has won several times, is rigged. We must quash these rumors quickly. Naturally, the best way to do this is to spread a counter-rumor. We must make haste. Every minute counts. Go spread the rumor in the city immediately. Your reward will depend on how many people you convince. I hate my family, they're snub, blah blah blah. Okay, I guess I gotta spread it to everybody outside the house. Yeah, just basically run around, talk to as many people as you can. Including guards and people in houses, blah blah blah. You're not going to be able to talk... Well, if you have an optimal route, you can somehow manage to talk to everyone. But, I don't have one of those. Now, everybody, including the children here, count as people you talk to. Wait, is that supposed to be Ness? Yeah, I think it is, and that's supposed to be Lucas at the other end. Huh. Never noticed that before. Okay, I guess shopkeepers don't count. Fine. No, not yet. Actually, not at all. Just gotta talk to as many people as I can. What's going on here? Okay, no clue what happened there. Maybe Mr. Mudwell counts? Where are some other people? Ooh, there were some guards by the gate. Admittedly, what I'm doing is not the most optimal of strategies, but oh well. Okay, avoid McDonald's. Look at it this way, at the very least you're learning the route to not take. So these two were pointless. Oh well. What do these guys have to say? Nothing. guess this weapon shop is the only one left. Oh, no, wait, these are the barracks. Oh well, got as many as we could. Still, though, it'll get us a decent amount of cash. Not to mention that lucky charm will come in handy. You have convinced 31 people. Well, that's something. Here's your award, 165 gold. More than enough to, well, just barely enough to pay our way out of the city. Honestly, Maria, I've told you 100 times never to combine pink and blue sheets that way. My poor girl, you have no artistic sense about you. This is very upsetting. What in the world do you do all day besides housework? Better yourself, will you? Try immersing yourself in art, although I doubt you would be very receptive to it. The missus is very demanding when it comes to colors. I admit I don't well understand what she wants. Surely it's because I don't know anything about art. Don't be so down on yourself. Oh, is it already night? What a day. It's about time I headed back to the inn. Not yet. 'Cause you see, there's one more thing for us to do. Remember that lucky charm we picked up? Well, this is where we use it. You want to play Be a Millionaire? It's 10G. You want to learn the rules? Sure. It's simple. There are 9 cards on the table, and you have to turn them over 2 at a time without landing on the death card. How much you win is based on the amount of pairs you turn over. If you manage to turn over all 4, bingo, you win 1 million G. Do you want to learn the rules? Oh, I see that you have Mr. Delamere's lucky charm. Will you leave it with me and do the usual routine? Yes. Now this just greatly increases your chances of winning. Okay, that's 2. And if I'm right... There we go. Unfortunately, we don't get the million. And we have a winner! Congratulations, you just became a millionaire! Once again, Lady Luck has smiled upon one of our many players. Well, the million will be transferred to Mr. Delamere's account as usual. This is for you. A nice 300G. And if it's still open, I could head to the weapons shop. Again, if it's still open. Welcome to Raza's, blah blah blah. Weapons. All the weapons and pieces of armor have been requisitioned for the war. Come back and see us when it's over. I could have sworn there was a shop around here I could buy, at the very least, some armor from. Maybe here? No. Weird. I remember there... never mind, it doesn't matter. Let's go talk to Mr. Mudwell and get out of this town. Never mind, we'll be going to sleep. Mr. Mudwell spoke highly of you. No charge for the night. Will you be staying? Yes. And now let's get out of here. So, did you have the... That should be, do you have the 150G? Ah, congratulations. Looks like you worked hard. I suppose you want to get going as soon as possible, right? Here, take this key. You can use it to leave through the sewers. No need to thank me. Your financial contribution is plenty thanks enough. Yeah. We made it! We're finally getting out of this city. You act like it took forever. Thank you, Miss Fina. Thanks to you, I shall see my son again. And perhaps there is still time to save my people. Don't mention it, Menos. It's natural to help one another when you share the same fate. The same fate? We demons do not believe in fate, only in free will. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. It was just a figure of speech. There's no harm done. I regret getting carried away. Kuro, I think it's time you take the lead in our little expedition. Let's go. Wait! Here, take this. A little keepsake from me. With thanks from the house. You got the loyalty badge, the kind of item that is completely useless, and is a reference to the loyalty badge from Wind Waker. Except, well... Nah, I'm not gonna spoil it. Let's see what she has to say. Hee hee hee. I have no more work for you. Good. I saw her, I tell you. Oh well, another drink, innkeeper. You know, honestly, with how much time he spends drinking, I was surprised he had any candy, period. Anyways, back down into the sewers. We open the door. Must be some pretty shoddy keys to break after one use, and we have our Mario reference. A nice 5G. Wait for the rat to pass. And we have this stone with a nice treasure chest at it. That just so happens to contain... This is my treasure. Do not touch Mr. Mudwell. The gold that we gave him. Nice. So all he really got out of us was 150G. Free at last! So, Kuro, what do we do now? Go home? Not a bad idea, but I don't really see how. So, what do you say, Kuro? Follow Menos? I've got nothing against him, but that seems dangerous. So, what do you say? How about a snack? I'm not so sure it's the right time for that. Don't you think we have better to do? So, what do you say, Kuro? Kill mobs kill mobs and gain XP? No way! We can farm mobs later, after we progressed more in the story. Ah, fourth wall jokes. Gotta love them. Okay, how about we look for a megalith? Of course! That's it! An excellent idea. I don't know exactly how we ended up here, but it's somehow connected to the megalith. If we find one, maybe then we can go home. Ah, we need to hurry, my father's going to worry. Although, come to think of it, if the megalith does allow us to time travel, he's not even born yet. So if we go back to before we left... Ah! Thinking in 4 dimensions hurts my brain. I do not quite grasp your conundrum, but if it is a megalith you seek, you will find one north of my father's encampment. Really? You hear that, Kuro? That's our ticket home! We'll go with you, Menos. I mean, if you don't mind. The pleasure is mine, Miss Fina. However, I do not know whether we shall reach my father's camp unharmed. If the rumors are to be believed, Mayen Bridge was taken by the Empire, but perhaps we can cross it. Let us head north. We shall decide once we get there. Your strength will be of great use, Solid Snail. Off we go! Now, let's see. There are some collectibles for us to get. Let me just scroll down. Now, let's see. If we go around... Oop. Sorry. Gotta go back to Genova. Go around to the right for a little bit. There should be a treasure chest that will contain... If we can find it... Come on, I know it's here somewhere. There it is. A star. And thankfully we can just walk to the edge. Next up, we head to Sierra Harbor. We head straight down, chop up the bushes as we go. And there should be another chest somewhere down here. Ah. That gets us yet another star. We are already 1/3 of the way through collecting all the stars. Now if the infographic would disappear. Nope. Gotta go back to the entrance to escape. Next up, we head all the way up here to the clearing. See, I believe we head around from here. Ah, there it is. Welcome! Did you come for the treasure hunt? Yes. It's simple. You can cut up to 4 bushes of your choice. My treasure is hidden in one of them. Oh, and the gardening fee is 10G. Sure. Let's go. Now, it's not randomized. It is in exactly the same place in every single playthrough. And it is up here. Ta-da! Another Oricon ore for us. Huh? How did you find my treasure? How? Well, here's for you. That's yet another Oricon ore for us. Just one more, and we can get something rather special for us. And last stop before progressing is right up here. Hefas Smithing. Hefas, whatever. So, before we even talk to the man himself, go over here, smash the pot. Up through here, smash even more pots, and we get the 4th Oricon ore. And that is exactly the amount that we need. See a nice Master Sword up there? I think that's also supposed to be a Buster Sword at the bottom. Not sure. You waste your time bothering me, as I have no weapons for sale. You see, I only fashion the most exceptional of weapons. But such arms can only be forged with Oricon ore. How convenient. You dug up some Oricon? Oh, let me forge you an item with that. What would you like me to make? The first thing you should always make is the Oricon Sword. You want me to forge an Oricon Sword? To make that item, I'll need to use 4 pieces of Oricon ore, alright? Yeah, that's fine. Here we go. And it's complete. The ultimate sword. You won't find a sharper blade. Mighty fine work if I do say so myself. Please, come back and see me if you have other items that need forging. Yep, this is, as it states, the ultimate blade. Already have it equipped. You will not find a stronger blade in the game, and getting this that early will be a great boon to you early on. We could have also made the armor, but the sword's more important. Anyways, we're almost out of time, but we can at least get past my end bridge before ending this off. Sorry, no one is allowed across the bridge at this time. Oh, really? What do you say to this? Careful! The boulder is going to fall this way! Quickly, Kuro! Let's make haste and cross the bridge. Yeah. This is pretty much a point of no return. Make sure you collect those ores and go see the smithy to get your sword. Because we won't be coming back to this timeline for, well, a long time. Relatively speaking. With that, the only obstacle between us and the megalith is the haunted forest. But we'll be tackling that in the next episode. So, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and I will see you guys in the next episode.